Whether you've been playing ARMA for a long time or you just started, there are just some things you don't know you can do in ARMA Reforger. Nothing I show you here is covered in the training or anywhere in the game of ARMA Reforger. It is all just based off experience. With that said, let me show you a few things that could probably help you out in ARMA Reforger. Okay, first, the grenade. Now you're probably wondering, what the heck are you going to teach me about the grenade? Well, some of you may have accidentally done this before. Oops, now what do I do with it? Throw it in a random direction? No, just put the pin back in. And if you don't know how to do this, when you pull the pin on your grenade to throw it, instead of chucking it into the abyss like you usually do, all you want to do is after you pull the pin on your grenade, simply press your reload button. And voila, your grenade is ready for use again. You didn't have to throw it into the abyss. And just in case you're wondering, yes, it works for both sides. Many of you already know how powerful the RPG and the law are, but did you know it can go through concrete walls? Kinda. It's better I show you what I'm talking about. When the RPG hits the wall of this building, I'm going to show you the inside of the building afterwards, but it actually will hit the wall and cause little pieces of shrapnel to go everywhere on the inside of this building. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we got our RPG here, and I'm gonna make sure I hit the concrete wall right in front of us. So here we go. Bam. Got it. There's the mark. You can see the good old bunghole spot it made right here in the wall. And here is what the inside of the building looks like. You see all these little holes right here? That's all from shrapnel coming through the wall. And it doesn't just show it on the wall, it flies through the wall. All up into this back door, you can see a piece hit the glass right here. There's even a couple holes behind the glass. In the floor. I don't see any on this desk, but I wouldn't be surprised. But for the most part, it flew all the way through here, into the door, into the glass. Now this can kill people, and I'm going to prove that right now. Okay, I've set up some civilians here on the inside. Now let's hit it with an RPG and see what happens. The mark closest to us is where we hit, so let's go see the damage it did. There's our hit, go inside, and shrapnel right through the wall. This dude is completely laid out. There's obviously holes all over the wood. Desk over here, he's obviously done for completely. Dude behind the desk got laid out too. Glasses broken. As you can see, it definitely goes right through the concrete wall and just sends shrapnel everywhere out the backside of the wall. And something else to add too, remember this door we hit? Well, it looks like one or two pieces made it through that wood door also. You can even see where it had exited out the door. So pretty crazy, it went through a concrete wall and a wooden door. So yes, you can kill people by hitting a wall with an RPG on the other side. And just because I know you're gonna ask, yes, the same rule applies to the law. Both of them had the same outcome. Both of them send shrapnel through. So don't be afraid to hit them walls, whether they're concrete or not, with an RPG or the law, because you just might hit whoever's on the other side of it. I'm sure many of you have been in this position. You're driving around, all of a sudden that little gas light comes on down below, and you look at your gas gauge and you're almost out of gas completely. Maybe the bases are too far away. Maybe that gauge is on red and it's about to run out instantly. Well, you need to be looking out for these gas stations right here. They all look exactly the same, red just like this. And what I want you to do is just pull up next to it. And once you do that, simply just get out, walk around to wherever you put the fuel in the vehicle that you're driving, and just start refueling. This is an unlimited fuel source. You can fill up your vehicles all the way to 100 right off these without having to go back to your base to gain fuel. As everybody knows that jerry can in the back ain't worth jack. Maybe you and your squad took a few rounds and your Humvee maybe took a few more than you would have liked. And getting out and fixing the tire just ain't gonna cut it. Well, many people don't know this, but instead of having to drive all the way back to a base that has a maintenance spot, you can also find one of these laying out and about. And this is a free vehicle maintenance area. These are located at random spots around Arland or Evron. And all you have to do is simply pull the vehicle right up on top of here, just like so. Hop out the vehicle and make sure you got one of those handy little wrenches on you. And just as a tip, the Humvees like to stiff you on these, so make sure you grab one if you're riding in a Humvee. Once you do have your wrench though, you are able to fix any and everything that is on the vehicle at this maintenance point. Okay, now the last tip I got for you guys is for my supply runners, or just anyone grabbing supplies in general. Instead of always going to those little green dot supply depots that everyone likes to guard, you guys need to start searching the towns for secret little supply areas around the map like this one here. Sometimes they're hidden in barns, sometimes they're down by the docks, and sometimes they're just, well, they're just hidden. And I know, I'm sorry squad, I'm giving it away, but this is one of our favorite spots to get supplies from, one of the secret areas to get supplies from. It's right next to Montanak, so if you need quick supplies over to Montanak, you can take a look at the map here. We're not very far from it, and it's a much quicker way of getting supplies from point A to point B without having to drive all the way to one of the marked depots. With that said, that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully you guys learned something today, at least one thing. I hope one thing that I covered you didn't know before. And I'll be putting out plenty more videos. I got plenty of tutorials on here. If you guys want to go check those out, feel free. It's very open to new players here on the channel. And I'm not going to ask you to like and subscribe. I'm just going to tell you to do it. Please just do it now, so my wife and YouTube will love me again. Okay, that's over with, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement.